Society tells us masculinity refers to male experiences or attributes. There are so many social and biological factors that contribute to masculinity, but overall it's about the acceptance and approval from other men. And since gay men, for a variety of reasons, are constantly looking for validation and approval from other men, does that mean that gay men are essentially more masculine? According to the way masculinity is perceived on a larger scale, a masculine man would talk about a successful sexual conquest, his status, his wealth, how big it is the fish that he caught. Yo bro, Frankie got some digits tonight, the girl was hot! They do this as a way to prove their masculinity to other men. Scholars define that men are the ones in control of how masculinity is perceived, and it's considered a homosocial act. Think about the NHL or the NFL or the NBA. These are literally environments where women are not allowed to play or be involved in the same way. This is where masculinity can flourish. Hence, masculine men like sports because it's all about dude-on-dude approval. Gay men do this in their own way too. We are still looking for approval from other men quite constantly, and therefore, by definition, gay men are hyper-masculine. But gay men also have to deal with homophobia, which is directly linked to gay men being more feminine. Homophobia is so much more than the irrational fear of gay people. Calling someone gay or a fag is another way of calling them more feminine or sissy or inferior. And so yes, homophobia is sexism. For example, I get so many comments saying, I'm not homophobic, but I hate that that dude talks like a girl and wears nail polish. People always seem to be so mad that I sound like a girl. Homophobia and sexism are both created by masculinity and the patriarchy, the fact that our society favors the ideology of men. This is why society as a whole creates a pressure for especially feminine gay men to feel shame. As a teacher, I saw this all the time with the kids that I would teach. If you asked a group of boys who was the girliest in the group, they would all freak out and not want the label. I remember as a kid, guys would ask me to look at my nails. If I looked at it like this, they would say, oh, you're a girl. But if I looked at it like this was the boy way to do it. I'd always look at my nails like this, and I always remember feeling so shamed and embarrassed. One study found that when women were asked how to tell if a man was gay, common answers were feminine attributes, walks like a girl, shows compassion, and one answer was even that a girl thinks a guy is gay when it seems like he really cares about her. Historically, new immigrants to America have also been perceived as less manly. Common stereotypes were Italian men were too passionate and touchy to be real men, or Vietnamese men were too small and dainty to be real men. All of this racism is about shaming femininity. Manhood is often equated with power over women and power over feminine men. So, what is something we can all do to combat this and essentially just make everyone's lives easier? For gay men, we need to stop striving to be perceived as masculine and shaming other gay people for being feminine. If you're on a gay hookup app, you will constantly see people saying, I'm a masculine man looking for another masculine man. It's so common that it's been short formed to mask for mask. Some people are just as explicit as saying no feminine guys. This is not cool and this is not sexy. Also, there is a huge rise of the gay bro now in our community. This is just another way of contributing to sexism, the idea that the better you are at passing as a straight man, the sexier you are. Let's empower gay men for ideals outside of being able to go to the gym all the time, act like a bro, and look like a jock. As opposed to always seeking validation from men, maybe we can look for validation from women more often. Whether a gay girl or a straight guy, we all need to empower and embrace our feminine attributes. For example, if femininity is about being compassionate and vulnerable and being a queen, then we should be excited and strive to be more feminine. Whether you are gay, bi, straight, identify as a man or a woman, let's all embrace and become more feminine.